Got it. All righty. So, welcome to Redox Nurse Talk. We're so excited that you have taken your time to join us this evening. You're investing in your health and your future. Little did you know about that. But I'm Doria Stewart from Atlanta, Georgia, and I have my great partner, Cindy Reed from Nashville. And we are independent associates with the ASEA Global Research Company. And our mission is to educate people about this wonderful gift of redox signaling molecules and how you incorporate this into your lifestyle. So we thank you again for, being here with us. So, what you're about to hear tonight is not intended to treat, diagnose, or cure anything. It is, just a gift that you can, incorporate, like I said, in your health, and then also a gift that you can share. So we do have a few housekeeping rules that we would ask you to all be muted, but if you have to get up and leave your computer, we ask that you take your picture off or stop your video, as I can get easily distracted. And so it's just easier if we can, do that for us. So each week we are very honored to have a guest on that was going to share their testimony. And we're very thankful to have David Cedeno on this evening. And so Cindy's going to be interviewing him after you watch a video. So I'm really excited about hearing his story, not only in the health arena, but also and how he came to know about ASEA, but also about how this has impacted him as far as his residual income. So Cindy and I decided at the beginning of the year, we figured since we're nurses, we like to educate people. And so I just have a little we're doing like we call them nurse nuggets. So each week we're just teaching you about something. So I don't know if you all are aware, but March is called Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. And so I work my field of nursing. I still work as a nurse 3 days a week. So I work in an endoscopy suite. I'm a recovery room nurse, and I take care of patients that have colonoscopies and then, of course, upper endoscopies as well. So colorectal cancer is the third leading cause of individuals under the age of 50. And little do you know that colon cancer is the most preventable form of cancer there is. The problem is that people aren't being screened early enough. And since there's been a high incidence of colon cancer with people that are under the age of 50, and it's not a certain gender, it's all people from male, female that can, get cancer. So only like 1 in 3 adults from age 45 to 75 are not getting screened as recommended. So the gold standard for recommendation for screening for colon cancer is, of course, colonoscopies. And those are, most Medicare, Medicaid, and most insurances will pay for that. But a lot of people don't like to have colonoscopies, mostly because of the prep that they have to go through. And then they Google it and, they don't want to go through that process. So you can get the Cologuard. It's called Cologuard. You can ask your physician about it. You can actually go on Google. I don't like to tell people go on Google, but you can Google it and you can call Cologuard and actually get a home test and do it at home. What this does, when you take that type of test, it's able to detect any form of bleeding that you may have, or any DNA, like some genetics in that little card that you do. Signs and symptoms, if you think you have something going on with your colon, of course, is change of bowel habits. And I'm probably going to say some things this evening that you probably don't want to hear, but these are important. Okay, so change of bowel habits, blood in your stool, rectal bleeding, weight loss for no reason. You could have fatigue, gas pain, bloating, fullness, or cramping. And so those are some signs that can be happening that you might have, that you might need to look, definitely go to your doctor and ask about those things. Risk factors, of course, age, personal history of having polyps, family history of having polyps or colon cancer. Smoking is a high risk factor, excessive alcohol intake, fatty diet, and an obesity. So there's some things you can do not only for the screening process, but lifestyle factors. and that's maintaining a healthy weight, engage in physical activity, eat healthy with good vegetables and fruits and high fiber foods. Usually 25 to 30 grams of fiber is what's recommended, and decrease the quantity of processed foods and red meat. So, I don't know a lot. We have some great products that we sometimes incorporate. So Source is a great product for, especially for vegetables, if you're not getting your vegetables in, because a lot of people don't like to eat those things. So this is a great supplement to take for that reason. Decrease alcohol. I think I shared about that. Quit smoking, and probiotics for gut health. So ASEA has Biome, which is great for gut health. So that's something you can incorporate in your regimen. And then we know with our study, with the genetic study with ASEA, one of the main things on here it helps by drinking ASEA 2 ounces twice a day. It also improves your gut health. So those are just a few little tidbits about colorectal cancer, just an awareness, things to be looking out for. So make sure that you're getting your colonoscopies. And if you haven't had one done recently, I want to know that you have already scheduled it. All righty. So thank you, Cindy. I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you. That is very informative and definitely needed to be told. So welcome again, everyone. I'm a nurse here in the Nashville area, and part of doing this business is getting to meet people everywhere. And we do this by this format that Doria and I started using with our Zoom. So meeting people like David Cedeno and all of our guests that we've had is just amazing. And I always look forward to meeting new guests and hearing their story. But before we introduce David, we're going to show a short video just explaining this technology. And this is Alan Noble on the Real Redox Result website. So if you've not gone to that site, if you're new to Redox, go and search. And there are, over 130 something testimonials out there. So let me share my screen and we'll start with that part.
Hello, my name is Alan Noble. I've been involved in the health and wellness industry for over 30 years, and I'm very grateful to have the opportunity to introduce you to a cutting-edge health technology that we call ASEA Redox. ASEA Redox represents a new category in health and wellness that for 2 decades science had declared was impossible. It could not be done. And yet today, health and medical experts around the world are calling ASEA Redox one of the single greatest health science breakthroughs of our lifetime. Now, a great place to get started is to get clear on what ASEA Redox is not. It's not a vitamin, a mineral, an antioxidant supplement. It's not an exotic juice, essential oil, or a CBD oil. Now, there's nothing wrong with any of those things. I'm just saying they're not ASEA Redox. This technology goes beyond nutrition, it goes beyond ingredients, and yet it has the power to impact your health at a depth that no other supplement has ever come close to achieving. For many people, ASEA Redox is the missing link to better health and vitality. Now, to understand this technology, you've got to realize that your body is the most complex communication network on Earth. Every second of every day, your cells are signaling and communicating critical messages for health, healing, and repair. If there's any breakdown in that signaling, you cannot achieve your full health potential. You see, this signaling impacts every system, every organ, every function of your body. You could say that if your cells can't signal, then little else matters. Now, you've probably heard it said that we live and die at the cellular level. If you want a healthy heart, have healthy heart cells. If you want healthy lungs, have healthy lung cells. Well, as science looks deeper inside your 75 trillion cells, they've discovered a very special set of molecules called redox signaling molecules. These are the molecules that you make that are absolutely foundational for healthy cell signaling throughout your body. However, here's the challenge. With age, diet, stress, toxins, we begin to make less of these redox signaling molecules. And it's about 10% decline every decade. So by age 50, you've about half the signaling that you had when you were younger. And as a result, things just don't work like they used to. You begin to see, you begin to feel the effects of aging. A simple example. Imagine your home's on fire and you call the fire department, and they're there with the big red truck, the firefighters, the fire hose. They've got everything they need to put out this fire, but what if you have a bad cell signal? They don't get the message. They don't know what the problem is, where the problem is, how serious the problem is, and your home goes up in smoke. Well, it's the same with your health. So let me ask you a very powerful question. What if? What if you could amplify and clarify this critical cell signal and empower your body to work like it's supposed to? That would be a game changer. So introducing ASEA Redox, the world's first and only cell signaling supplement powered by high energy redox signaling molecules. And since this technology is backed by 7 patents and over 1,000 trade secrets, there's no other supplement like it in the world. Now, not only is ASEA Redox a cell signaling technology, but it also signals at the profound depths of the genetic level. In an 8-week study, it was found that drinking ASEA Redox could increase 5 important gene signaling pathways by up to 31%, positively impacting 5 major areas of health: immune function, inflammatory response, cardiovascular health, digestive health, and even hormone balance. It's also been shown that ASEA Redox significantly impacts the NRF2 pathway, which is the master switch that signals the production of the most powerful antioxidants known to man, including the master antioxidant glutathione. Now, 2 separate university studies showed that ASEA Redox increases NRF2 activation by up to 60%, resulting in an increase of glutathione production by up to 55%. So although ASEA Redox is not your traditional antioxidant supplement, its impact on antioxidant health is nothing short of astonishing. Now, this is just one key on the ASEA piano. ASEA Redox is much more than an NRF2 activator or an antioxidant supplement. Remember, signaling impacts every system, every organ, every function of your body. If your cells can't signal, then little else matters. So at this point, let's hear what health and medical professionals are saying about the ASEA Redox breakthrough.
Inside every cell in your body, you're constantly producing negative and positive molecules called oxidants and reductants. And the contraction of that name is redox.
So with these molecules, we're amping up that communication. We're helping that cell signal.
Without these cell signaling molecules, we simply wouldn't do the gene replication that we need, the DNA sequencing that we need. These redox signaling molecules interact throughout the body with every cell that we know.
Every cell in our body needs these molecules for communication purposes. The more balanced they are, the more abundant they are, the healthier we are.
ASEA actually has the combination of the oxidants and the reductants that the body makes. So all we're doing with ASEA is enhancing what the body is already doing.
Having a product, a technology that's native to the body doesn't have to worry about detoxifying it because it knows exactly what to do with redox molecules. It's one of, if not the safest recommendation I ever make to a patient.
They found a way to stabilize them outside the body. And you can actually put them back into bodies that are deficient in those molecules. That's a game changer.
To have something that at its molecular level is native to the body is nothing short of a breakthrough.
This is something that's foundational for health, for every cell. It affects every cell in our body. And not just the cells, but the very DNA within those cells. You know, we talk about the discovery of DNA as being a huge breakthrough, the discovery of penicillin. Yes, these were absolutely huge discoveries. But now we have something that actually goes even deeper.
So hopefully you're beginning to see why this technology is being hailed as one of the most significant health science breakthroughs of our lifetime. It's empowering people to feel better than ever before. For many, it is the missing link to better health and vitality. And it's not just health. Athletes are experiencing improvements in endurance, strength, and recovery, beating personal bests and breaking documented world records. In a university study, mice drinking ASEA Redox for only 7 days ran 29% further to exhaustion due to significant metabolic shifts in their bodies as they started to burn more fat as fuel. And so amateur athletes all the way to Olympic athletes are enjoying the ASEA athletic advantage. Now, after another 5 years of research and development, the scientists behind ASEA Redox were able to develop Renew 28, a topical gel that is infused with these powerful high-energy redox signaling molecules. So you've probably heard it said that seeing is believing. Well, when Renew 28 is applied to the skin, it results in a healthy, clear complexion, tighter, younger-looking skin, while dramatically reducing wrinkles, stretch marks, cellulite, and many other signs of aging. It also improves skin cell renewal rates and increases skin cell blood flow. We also discovered that when you apply Renew 28 to anywhere that hurts, ideally 3 applications in 5 minutes, over 90% of people notice a significant reduction in their discomfort. Now, I do want to point out that we have continued to expand our range of redox signaling products to include an intensive redox serum for those little trouble spots, and then more recently the redox clay mask, combining our redox signaling gel with an ultra pure bentonite clay. And so headed up by the big blue bottle, this is our cell signaling product division. However, we have 4 product divisions in total. We offer a very clean and effective skincare system called Renew Advanced, high-quality bioavailable nutritionals called ASEA Via, and more recently, fun functional beverages called Cell Performance that address fatigue, brain fog, stress, as well as a vegan amino acid formula that helps your body build its own valuable collagen. Now, of course, the purpose of this video was to introduce you to our remarkable cell signaling technology. Now, we have other videos and websites that go a lot deeper into this health science breakthrough. But for now, I would encourage you to explore some of the other videos on this website. This is where you're going to hear how this technology has impacted people's lives. And some of these stories are absolutely astonishing. Real people sharing real redox results. So this is Alan Noble thanking you for your time today, and bye for now.
Okay, I love Alan's testimony or his video, and he actually updated it. So this is a newer version that does incorporate the other products that ASEA has. So tonight we are honored to have David Cedeno on as our guest speaker, and I'm excited for him to share his story. David is originally from Venezuela, but he lives in Charlotte, North Carolina at the moment. He has 3 grandkids, and a lovely wife of almost 32 years. He's an entrepreneur with an extensive background in finance, and he's making the switch to health and wellness because of the results and the impact that this technology is having on people. So, David, I want to introduce you, and I'm going to start you off with a question. So how and when were you introduced to this technology?
Well, first of all, good evening, everybody. Cindy, Doria, thank you very much. This is a privilege for me to be here in this space, okay? So, but anyways, back in 2019, through a friend of mine, Shane, that he's around here somewhere, introduced me to Chalk Tyndall, and through Chalk Tyndall, I have, I start looking at this. By that time, I was coming from Costa Rica, and by that time I was surfing in Costa Rica, so I have my shoulders were like dead, and so that night I went there to Chalk Tyndall's furniture store because they had a meeting there, and my friend Shane invited me to go. And but Shane, it was a little late, and I was waiting for him, and I say, oh gosh, now one of those things, because I see all these, can I say this? All these white people. So I say, oh man, they're gonna start selling the Kool-Aid. No. So And I was kind of like, oh man, waiting for Shane. But the gentleman that was talking today's day is one of my coaches here, which is Jerry White. And Jerry, he came and, he says, okay, is there someone that has a relevant, discomfort that we can apply the gel, redox gel, and for them to see? And I say, yes, great plan. I'm going to raise my hand because I don't really had, I just go, it will not work. And then I said, and by the way, I'm out of here. So I raised my hand. So he put me in, and then he started rubbing this in my neck, in my shoulders. And then he says, you can sit down there, give it 30 minutes. And that was really what I was about to give him. But he started talking about, his life as an athlete. And I said, man, this dude is like 65 or so. And he's an Ironman. And I know what an Ironman is. And he is a triathlonist. Oh my God. So that intrigued me. So I stay longer. And believe me, when he then called me in again, David, come here. Tell us, where is your pain? Oh, Cindy, I could not find the pain. I was like, when you are like looking for a discomfort that used to have, and that was my reaction. Shock Tyndall can tell you that. And right there, I bought one of the gels. Chuck told me that's the wrong way to start, David. I said, hey, give me this. So I went home. My wife, she do a lot of exercise, even for a living. And and then she said, man, my leg, was like hurting. And I said, hey, this happened to me. Can I put this in your leg? And then, I did it. I put a lot of that gel, and she was in discomfort for a few days. Then we fall asleep, and around 2 a.m., she woke up to go to the restroom, and she told me, David, my leg is not hurting no more. And I was like, really? I'm tired. Tomorrow we take care of that. So now the rest of the story, I went and talked to Chuck. I joined right there. I bought my pack. And then after, the pandemic came, and, I just let go. Then I was doing some other movements in finances with the cryptocurrencies and stuff. And then we decided to sell everything. And by that time, I was not taking Redox. And we sold the house, everything, and we went to Costa Rica. My beautiful wife, which is in the audience, she's from Costa Rica. And that's how we went there to build the house and all that stuff. And I got, can I say the COD, like COVID, like, can we express type of sickness, or
Just say you got an infection maybe, or a challenge,
okay, what the
breathing
Chinese
challenge.
came out with? Okay, all right. So, and then I was really bad. I mean, I got 54 saturation in my body. I last 10 days in the hospital, and I was almost done. I thought that 2021 September 21st, I almost passed away that day. Thanks God, because he always with me. He doesn't let me go. He gave me life. And then we decide to go back to state because we have our 3 kids here. And then after that, I rearrange everything, because you rearrange your thoughts when you are close to the the end line. So we went back to the state. Then I saw Chuck again. We went to eat, and then he saw me that I was like an old man, and I was like, oh my God, hurting. And I told him that my hair was falling. I read a lot, and then I have to find sunglasses to read. I mean, a lot of stuff was going on. And then he says, David. So I finally, went back to the redox. But at this time, my wife and I, we live in a beautiful RV, one of those big ones. And, she, she, she couldn't but help. She couldn't help but, listen to me, talking with Chuck, with, Maureen Hayes, and all these people that had been around me since I started in this past time. I mean, in 2021. And then my wife started taking it, and she got some things like burning her stomach, and inside she couldn't take any acid, any coffee, anything. Okay. And then she, like 15 days afterwards, she told me, can I have some coffee? And I said, you don't want to sleep tonight or what? I mean, because she couldn't sleep, basically, because that was so painful. And she had to, sleep like in 45 degrees with pillows in her bag. Well, that night she took the coffee and she ate some other stuff that contains some acidics. I mean, we Spanish and we spice our food. And she slept like a baby. And afterwards, she hasn't stopped. Imagine a Costa Rican that cannot drink coffee. Maribel, poor Maribel. But now she's fine. She's awesome. She started, her business back in, and she's doing awesome and great. So anyways, after that, I talked to Chuck, and I said, all right, I mean, I know that when I sell someone a life insurance or any pack for retirement or whatever, I know that I'm going to have an impact in their lives when they pass away or when they retire. So it has to be a long time for them to be miserable or putting money there, right? Before dying or before retiring, so I can have an impact in these people's life, which I have already 11 death claims, okay? I have many clients. But then I said, but if I, like I did, if I sell someone into taking this, I basically gonna change their entire life while they are alive. So they don't have to die now. And I say, wow, that's simple. So I said, okay, I need to take this to the next level. So I start calling all my clients. One of them is a pastor and he's a doctor. And I told him, hey, I have this going on. And then he said, David, I believe you in the financial world because I know that you know and I don't. But in health and wellness, I know you don't and I do. So I know what redox is because he have a specialty in genetics. He's from Charlotte, and his mother had this scenario that her fingers are like this, and all the pains in her joints, and she got the other one combined, right? They call it AR, whatever. So, and then he said, if this is what you said, my mother has to get off that bed and she's gonna get well. And I sent her everything. I sent all the, everything that, you're supposed to send to someone so they can realize what this is. What is this? And Dr. Amitai came back to me and says, David, I want like 4 boxes of it. So he took the 4 boxes, and a couple weeks later, he says, David, you're right. You got something majestic in those bottles. Mom, get off the bed. And she's walking by herself within a week taking it. And back then, I was like, whoa, this is serious. Because he is a doctor, okay? So, I mean, for me, when that happened, obviously he started telling everybody. So my network started, increasing and increasing. He got people all over, all his family. These guys have been almost 2 years buying from me and, doing awesome. He has one of, a son in the spectrum. He's 33 years old. And he told me, David, he is so calm now. He is another guy. So then he has a nephew in the spectrum. The nephew is changing. I mean, he got the whole family into it. Okay. But as a matter of fact, I interview doctors every Wednesday. I mean, when I find the doctors in Spanish that they can speak about it, every Wednesday at 8 at this time. And then I interview Amitai. I have that interview that is totally clean. So I send it to a lot of people. And he shared his story. And so we are fired up to see this going on and taking it to the next level, you know. So that's kind of like where I come from with this, okay? So any other question you may have?
Yeah. So obviously you didn't hesitate too much on that, but what do you say when people tell you no when you're introducing this to people? What do you say? What do they say?
Well, I mean, you need to understand that when you're in an airplane, and then, you know, the lady comes with the food, she says, hey, you want some? And you say no. And they are not getting angry because you say no. When you go to the mall and you got the Asian people telling you, hey, you want some chicken, some chicken, some chicken. You can say no and they're fine. So I apply the same thing in business, even in life insurance or in finances. I mean, people have the right to say no. Who am I to put it on me? I mean, they're saying no to themselves, or maybe saying no to their ignorance. No ignorance, you will not know any better. Keep yourself ignorance. Okay, that's fine. Tonight I have somebody that, you know, told me, oh, this is water and salt. What you thinking? All right, okay. I said, you know what? Send the number. I see a number. I send it and it said, you call before 7 because they close at 7, and then you cancel it, and that's it. And they're gonna reimburse your money, but the UPS charge, and that's it. I don't discuss things with people. I mean, I tell you, I'm so convicted about what I have. You know, sales is such a thing. I'm gonna teach you guys something, and I hope that you guys are taking notes. All right, everybody, take your pens out because I mean, you know, you're gonna listen to some things. The definition of sales, a very good coach that I have in my prior company, he says, you know, to sell is to help someone make decisions that are in their best interest through the artful use of questioning, stories, analogies, and I add in my ASEA experience, testimony. So if I had a testimonial and I share it with you, it's for the fact that I want you to get better. It's not about me, because otherwise I keep selling insurance that pays me a lot of money, okay? But I'm not getting rich by your 30 bucks that I get if you get this product. The only rich person will be you. You will be the only one that it will benefit. Obviously, at the end, me, because I hold that definition of self, and that is my heart as a Christ follower. I do want you to be better, and I am so fired up that I have many people from my own church, from other around, you know, the whole arena that are in Charlotte and everywhere. That, you know, at Massachusetts, I got, you know, quite a few people from Massachusetts in the chat right now. I got people from North Carolina, Stateville. I mean, I got here many of them that are getting amazing results with this. Amazing results. Like amazing is amazing. But you know what? I stopped being so amazed. And let me rephrase that. Not stop being amazed. You never can stop being amazed, but you need to understand through convictions what you have in your hand. Okay. All right. Let me build a scenario, and you guys are nurses, and you know what I'm talking about. When you go to the doctor come in, right, after quite a while, after seeing many people, because they double book everybody. So they come up to you, and then it's all right, so tell me about it. And and then they'll say, all right, so I know what you got. All right, you're gonna take this, you're gonna take this. Done deal. Go, and I see you in 6 months. And you say, thank you, doctor. Wow. I mean, I don't know who had to be thanking who, right? But I mean, he's taking money from us, so he should thank us that we are going to see him, and we're gonna give him some money. But anyways, it's the other way around. But it's the same thing that I feel. That feeling, I always said, man, that feels great. You go, they tell you what to do, you pay them money, and then they don't even say nothing. Come in 6 months, and then you thanks them. I would like to be thanked. When are you gonna get to that point? But that's not my schooling no more. Anyways, but let me tell you one thing. I'm in acid redox, and I am helping people get well. And it is amazing when they tell you, man, thank you for sharing this with me. And I feel like a doctor. I feel like somebody that is doing so good to people, even beyond doctors, right? And so this for me is such a joy that I have when I see everywhere, when I go and I put this gel in people's neck 3 times within 5 minutes. We call these in North Carolina and around the world, I guess, the Tyndall swap. Why? Because my body, Chuck Tyndall, came up with that. But when you put that in here, and before that, you need to tell them, ask them, hey, are you 18? And then they will say, no. All right, that has a purpose, okay? Because I asking you, you're 18, so you will not come up with, oh, I'm fine, I don't have any pain. No, you're not 18 no more. So when people is not 18, everything hurts. Okay. So you say you're 18, no, right? Okay. You don't feel 18, no. All right. So you are in the gym, and then you go backward a little bit, right? You go in the gym, and then you're gonna put like 300 pounds here, and you're gonna do a squat, and then they do a squat, imaginary. They squat, like they're squatting, and then they start like, oh my God, grumpy, and man, because it hurts. All right, and then you come, okay, come over here. The pain from 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, what it is. Oh, like 8, So you put this in their neck. Then they walk a little, like 2 meters walking. Then they come back to you. Why the walk? Because through the blood flow, these tiny little molecules has to be all over your body. All right. So they are, and actually the hurt was in their knees, and you put it in over here. What? How come? All right, let me tell you, man, 90% of the time, not to say 100, they come having, whoa, what the hell you gave me? That's what they do every time. And I remember having some folks around me, and that was in Vegas, my first convention. And I did this to everybody with Chuck. We have so much fun. Oh my God. So anyways, you see, some people will. Oh, let me tell you, people has run away from me when I say, let's put this thing in your neck. Put this thing on me? No way. So they say no. Awesome. Good. Next. You see, I got something else that I can teach you. And it is right. Well, SW. Look, I'm going to put it in here. SW, 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 and SW. You put the 1, 2, 3, 4 SW, okay? So the SW mean, and I'm gonna have to put my blur, right? Okay. The SW mean some will. The other one means some won't. The most important SW is this one over here. Because that is the so what? When you are not able to say so what, you keep hurting every time people tell you no. You need to get to a big SW in the middle. So what? So what? Why do I gonna get mad or sad because someone tell me no? And the most hopeful is the last one. Someone is waiting. So when people tell you no, you say, hey, SW. SW. Here we come, SW. Man, I know that Norman is around. And okay, Norman. We talk about this one, right, Norman? So SW. You see, but the most important, remember, is so what? Don't get it. I mean, don't be offended. It's not on them. They say no to them, to their future. You see?
I like that, David. I like that. I just have one more question and then I'm going to turn it over to Doria. Oh, and I wanted to say if anyone has a question, if you put it in the chat and after we're finished, David can answer those questions. But the last question is, so what would you say, or what do you love the most about doing this business? And you may have partially answered that already.
Well, yeah, I can elaborate a little longer, but obviously when I see people, you see, I mean, I have purposes in my life. As a Christian, I want to see everybody meeting Jesus. Okay, that's me. I mean, that's my faith. I want to see my kids doing well. I want to see everybody like knowing really that there is another life out there, right? But when it comes down to it, I mean, it is a joy to me that I can see that their lives, that my purpose is right now, is helping them get their best health so they can experience the best and the best of the best blessings God has for them. That is my purpose doing ASEA Redux. That is why I'm gonna be a president. I'm gonna do the whole, I don't know what is there, up there. But I know that we are going up there. I mean, we're gonna do diamond, all right? We're gonna go to Puerto Rico. We're gonna get inspiration because that's why you go to those places. And then, I mean, we're gonna launch and we are in a road for diamond. But why? Because as I make more money, that means that a lot of more people are experiencing the blessings of God because I'm going to have a lot more people feeling well and feeling that man, the health that they have never feel in their lives with anything, with any doctor. You see? So what a joy. Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing. That's
right.
Yes, I agree. This is why I think most of us do it, is to help other people. Joy, I'm going to let you ask your questions and then we'll open up the chat.
Yes. So, David, share with everyone about what the culture of the company, the people that you have met, how important that is to you, and why is it different? Why do you think it's different from other networking marketing companies?
Well, yes. I mean, when I start looking at this, I done just, can I say the name of the company that I was before? 2 years now? All right. So the company that I was before is an amazing culture and it was a network, but, within the financial arena. Okay. And I have an amazing training in there for the past 23 years because I still license with that company. I still have I'm still helping people, all right, through insurance and all that. But obviously, my 90% focus is ASEA Redox. But you know, when I decide to really get this down, I told Chuck, okay, Chuck, let's go down to Vegas. That was 2 years ago. And there I was blown away. Because you see, I mean, money is such a thing. I mean, I know that making money is godly. If you guys want a great book that help you put that in your mind that is godly to make money, read Thou Shalt Prosper by Rabbi Daniel Lapin. So Daniel Lapin elaborated in a way that I know that making money come from God. Okay, that's it. So I went down there, and I know that I have been in the other scenario, in my past, in my company. For 24 years, we have, like, you know, we have conventions with 70,000 people in the Georgia Dome back then. Now this is Mercedes Arena. So can you imagine what I was expecting? This is a global convention in Vegas from ASEA. I was like expecting all these people. I tell you, if it was 2,000 people, I was not much, not many. And I was like a little disappointed. I was like, wow. But what? And then I saw people speaking and, you know, reading teleprompters and stuff. And I was like, okay. Because I come from, you know, I don't know if you know, but, you know, Art Williams is such a leader. And, you know, all that company has amazing leadership around. But one guy said to me, when I was sharing this in Vegas about my experience in the other company and this one, how come? I mean, reading teleprompters and stuff and criticizing. I was criticizing. And then he says, David, you know, ASEA is different from everybody. You see, in your company, everything was about the income that people make, the rings and the stuff. But in ASEA, it's all about the outcome. What this technology is doing to them. That was like a boom, slap in my face. And I said, wow, what a culture. Because I know something. If you are a leader out there, a leader has two responsibilities. Number one is to be an example. Be an example. And number two is to create an amazing environment where people feel safe, where people feel encouraged, value, okay? And that is what I have found every time that I have seen the leadership going on. I can't wait to go in September to Utah because I want to be there. And not just to see the bottles and all that. No, I want to talk to the people that talk to me every day because I'm in that phone every day. I want to be able, maybe, you know, to bring some, you know, gift from one of them that I know now. Okay, I want to give to these people because they're there for me. And so that is the environment that particularly I have as a leader. And that's the environment that I'm creating to my own team. Okay, so it is just the value is, you know, this company is amazing. I have a saying that I said to every single one of my clients. You know that money is an issue in the absence of value. All right. I mean, my wife and I, we counseled some people as well in marriage and stuff. And I said that as well. Marriage is a problem in the absence of value. If I don't value my wife, I will not touch not even one little hair from her head. If I don't value a friend, why they should sacrifice to me? So I believe that the value that we imply in this company, in this technology, it is so attached, right, to the people that we are impacting. And what I cannot do, okay, what I cannot do is keep listening to all these amazing testimonials Whoa, testimonial. And don't talk to nobody. And don't share these to nobody. And not make money through doing this. You need to be making tons of money. I feel shame that I'm not in the regular 2-3 grands yet. I will get there because making money will be I'm helping more people. In the Jewish community, Rabbi Daniel Lapin in that book told me that, you know, the one that don't make money, it is not welcome. The one that makes more money is the one that helps more people. So we need to make a lot of money, you guys out there. How many we have right now? 28 people. Man, we need to, right? We need to crank it out, don't you think, Dorian?
Yes, yes. Thank you so much for sharing. That was beautiful. I don't have anything else to say. I think it's been a wonderful night. And uh, anybody in the chat has a
Yeah,
question there?
there is one in the chat. It says, what tool or video do you share with people who express interest?
Well, I mean, there are many videos, and you know, I start with the science of ASEA. That for me was it. But you know what? Before the video, you need to take the video yourself, and you need to be convicted before you send the video, because otherwise you will not do it right. When you send the video, you need to say, hey, you know what? This is 7 minutes. All right, do you have 7 minutes to watch this video? Oh, yeah, of course. All right, I call you in 10. And I'm going to give you 3 minutes just in case you got some problems with the internet, okay? But I called you in 10. It's not just watching a video. There are many videos, but you cannot just, you know, let someone like that and then 2-3 days from now, hey, did you watch the video? No, that's not. You get convicted first. Then you send all the videos, because when you convicted, you convince people. Convicted people convince people. I mean,
That's awesome.
I answer your question, but start with, you know, the science of ASEA is a good one to have. Yeah.
Like you said, David, there's so many out there. There really are. I don't see any other questions in the chat, but David, this has been awesome. Let me make sure there's none out there I'm missing anywhere. But this has been awesome. And you hit all the boxes. You talked about the product, the results, the company, quality, how you introduce, and how you handle rejection. So this has been an amazing training, I would have to say, for us. And we're just going to tell everybody on the Zoom, if you're new to this and have questions, get back to the person that invited you. If you want to try this product for 30 days money back guarantee, however, we do suggest 90 days minimal to see results, because you've got to give it a fair shot. You didn't get these conditions overnight, and they're not going away overnight, not with anything. So, or if you're interested in building the business like David is doing and helping people feel better like we all are doing, then again, get back to the person that invited you to this. Doria, I'm going to let you introduce our guest for next week. And again, David, thank you very much.
Amen. Can I say something else?
Sure.
Well, let me tell you one thing. When I am so grateful that you guys invite me into this, because I know now other people from other type of network markets, and maybe that will answer a little bit better the question that Dorian asked me. But it is amazing to see that in ASEA, we just need a testimonial. We are not like, oh, okay, this is a cross line from me. Oh, I can talk to him. Or this is a sideline from me. Well, he's far from me. He's not my team. And this and that. We have no that in ASEA. Okay. You see the levels, like the upline, downline, sideline. In ASEA, we have ASEA line. We are all in ASEA line. So thank you, because, you know, I mean, I don't override you. You don't override me. And I don't override nobody in there. You see, but we are giving to each other. So do that. And as soon as you can, start doing your Zooms, because it's free. I mean, you can do even in WhatsApp a meeting, okay? But do it and crank it out. I see you the next trip. How many people goes to Puerto Rico out there? You see in the chat. If you go to Puerto Rico, please put a finger there. All right. Okay, not many people are going to Puerto Rico. It's all right.
Some of us are halfway there.
Sandy has a question.
Okay.
Yes, I do. Sorry, I couldn't put it in the chat, but David, you said you have a Spanish speaking presentation that you do on Wednesdays?
Indeed, yes. Well, I do one presentation or interview with a doctor or somebody in the field. And the other week, I do trainings for my own team, and that is private and in Spanish. So that is just my team and I. And but the other one, we're going to have one Spanish presentation or interviewing a doctor. Yes.
Could I get the link to that, the Zoom ID?
Yes, I can send it to, are you familiar with Cindy and Doria?
Yeah, but I don't really have their phone numbers or anything. Or
Can
emails.
you put it in the chat?
We'll put it in the chat. Yeah, hang on a second.
I don't know how to do it, but I can send it to you girls, and then you can send it to the people you have.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Dory, do you have the link for him?
I do not. I do have a flyer on it, but I don't have it.
Yeah,
You know,
Betsy
close
just
by,
put it in the
so-
chat, which is good. Betsy has it.
Oh,
Barbara
Barbara said,
put it in there?
yeah,
Okay.
Barbara said she'll get it to me.
Okay,
Yeah, Betsy
perfect.
just put it in the chat.
I love our RCA family. We're so
It's in
awesome.
the chat.
Yeah, I see
Okay,
it now.
thanks,
And
Barbara.
it's
Appreciate
Wednesday
it.
at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. Is that right, David?
Yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern. Yes. So about 7 to you, or
Yeah, I'm in Oregon, so it'll be 5 for me, and that's great.
Oh, okay. All right.
All righty. So
Awesome.
we do upload all our videos. We have over, I guess we have over 40 videos. But Cindy and I have a YouTube channel, and it's called @Redox Nurse Talk. So David's recording of this video will be uploaded there probably in the next several hours, so you can go there.
Thank you.
And yes, and you can and so please subscribe to it. Right now, I think we got 181 subscribers. So we'd like to meet. Our goal is
good idea. You girls
our
are
goal is 250
fancy.
by the end of the year. So next week we have Scott Francis. Sorry, excuse me. I was looking at it backwards. I've been teaching CPR today, so forgive me. Scott Francis, he's a top-rated keynote speaker and a corporate entertainer to hundreds of companies for over 40 years. So it'll be really exciting to hear.
He's amazing.
Yeah, it'd be exciting to hear his testimony. And then too, just like David, you had successful business in insurance, and to hear, his testimony of why ASEA, has come into his life and why he's sharing it. So, yeah. So thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to stop the recording, but we want to thank everyone for coming, and hopefully we'll see you back next Tuesday night as well.